Good morning, children, and welcome to all of you in online classes. Dear students, we are discussing about figures of speech. In that, dear students, I taught you in previous video about the definition of figures of speech, and I told you that a figure of speech is a remarkable way of saying something. It is a form of expression that intentionally deviates from the ordinary mode of speech for the sake of more powerful, pleasing, and distinctive effect, special effect. Dear students, this particular poetic device or figure of speech is used by the poets and the writers to create special impact and influence in the mind of readers, to make their contents more influensive and rich. Or after that, after definition, dear students, I explained simile on that day, I explained metaphor, I explained personification, and I explained apostrophe. Once again, I want to tell you about them, and then I will start hyperbole. So as in previous video, dear students, I have told you that simile is a figure of speech in that two different objects are compared to each other with the help of as and like, or by using as and like. He is as high as mountain. He is like a lion. He is as brave as a tiger. So this is simile. And after that, metaphor. Metaphor is a poetic device or a figure of speech, dear students, in that two different objects are compared to each other without using as and like. Understood? Suppose he is a Dhoni of our school. The world is a stage. Life is a dream. The camel is the sip of desert. So all these examples are of metaphor. Here comparison is there, but without using as and like, it is called hidden simile. I have told you. And I have also told you about personification. It is a poetic device or figure of speech in that non-living things or dead objects or inanimate objects or abstract ideas, they work as a living being. Many examples I have told you. I am clock, I tell you time. Experience is the best teacher. Opportunity knocks at the door. Dear students, understood? I am brook, I come from haunt and corn. That also. So brook is here working as a living being. I am rain, I come from heaven. Here rain is speaking, working as a living being. Rain can speak. Or on that day, I also told you in previous video, dear students, that apostrophe is a figure of speech in that we used to address, we used to call non-living things as a living being. We used to address the non-living thing in such way as they are alive. Understood? O death, where are you now? O Gandhi, please come and see your country today. So means Gandhi is no more, but we are calling. Understood? Death we cannot see, but we are addressing death in such a way that it is a living being. It is alive. We can see and we can touch. So here in apostrophe poetic device, dear students, we used to address, we used to call. So means up to this we have discussed. And now I am going to tell you about hyperbole. Hyperbole is a poetic device. Once again, dear students, be careful. From 5th I am going to explain today. So hyperbole is a poetic device in which things are represented either in a very greater way or in a very less way than they actually are. Not understanding. Means in this figure of speech, hyperbole, the things are represented and shown more than reality. If in any poem, in any portion, poet has used such techniques and tricks that he or she has described the things more than reality, then there will be hyperbole poetic device. Once again, hyperbole is a figure of speech in that things are represented in a greater way or in a less way than they actually are. Means more than reality. Example, rivers of the blood flowed in the battlefield. See the example. How rivers of the blood can flow? Understood? One bucket, 1000 liter, 2000 liter, 10,000 liter. But see the technique, see the statement. Rivers of the blood flowed in the battlefield. She wept oceans of tears. The second sentence. How anybody can weep like that? But see the statement. She wept oceans of the tears. Understood? When she smiled, all the world was gay. How the word gay means happy? How when she smiled, how the world, whole world can be happy? So what I want to tell you, dear students, in hyperbole poetic device, the things are represented, things are described more than reality. Okay? Clear? Oxymoron. Oxymoron is a poetic device or a figure of speech in that, dear students, two opposite qualities are shown, two opposite qualities are given in the same person, or two opposite qualities are put together in the same person. He is regularly irregular. In oxymoron poetic device, dear students, are a figure of speech, two opposite qualities are given or shown in the same person. He is regularly irregular. Regularly and irregular. Dear students, this is an open secret. Open and secret. He is an honest cheater. honest and cheater. So honest and cheater, regularly and irregular, open and secret. Understood? So what I want to tell you, dear students, he is the wisest fool. So wisest and fool, regularly and irregular. Understood? Open and secret, honest and cheater. So if in any sentence, in any poem, in any line, the poet has used such techniques and such tricks, in that two opposite qualities are given to shown together, so there will be oxymoron poetic device. Okay? After that, alliteration. Up to this, I think there will be no confusion. I will tell you, don't worry. Alliteration poetic device, in that, dear students, the same letter or same sound comes many times. Once again, it's repeated many times. Alliteration is a figure of speech in that same letter or same sound comes are repeated many times. Example, Shreya is struggling in stormy sea. Shreya, yes. Is struggling, yes. Stormy, yes. Sea, yes. So in all the words you are seeing, dear students, there is a one letter that is common in the beginning. That yes in Shreya, struggling, yes, stormy, yes, sea, yes. So repetition of yes sound, so there will be alliteration. Understood? And I want to tell you that he holds him in his head. He, H, holds H, him, H, head, H. Repetition of H sound. Dear students, follow the Phillips form. Third example, follow the Phillips form. Follow F. Philip PH, but sound comes F. Follow Phillips form F. So repetition of F sound. What I want to tell you, if the same letter or same sound comes, then there will be alliteration. So here I have given you different examples. She is struggling in stormy sea. Understood? Repetition of yes sound. Follow the Phillips form. He holds him in his head. H sound. And follow the Phillips form. Dear students, after that the next one is repetition. Repetition is slightly different from alliteration, as personification is different from apostrophe. In the same way, repetition is also different. How repetition is different? Repetition is a poetic device in that same word is repeated many times. Same word comes many times. Water is here and water is there and water is everywhere. So the word water has been repeated many times. God is here and God is there and God is everywhere. The word God has been repeated many times. Repetition of word God. Understood? So this is in alliteration same letter, in repetition same word comes many times. If such techniques and tricks used, then there will be, suppose, alliteration or a repetition. Same letter, then alliteration. Same word, then repetition. After that, refrain. So refrain is a figure of speech, dear students. It is a line or part of line which is repeated at the end of each stanza. Not understanding. If a poem is of 25 lines, so what I want to tell you that line number 5, line number 10, line number 15 and line number 20 will be same. Means the same lines, either last two lines or the last lines will be same. You have seen whenever you recite any poem, whenever you recite any prayer, so after 4 or 5 lines or after the 4 or 5 lines, once again the beginning line is repeated. Once again the same line is repeated. One famous poem is dear students of Alfred Tennyson, and the name of poem is The Brook. If you will see and read the poem Brook, so the poem is in 4 parts. But after the first part, at the end of the first part, one line is there: for men may come, for men may go, but I go on forever. After the second part, whenever in the same poem, the same line again: for men may come, for men may come, but I go on forever. It's the same thing in third and fourth also. So what I want to tell you, refrain is a figure of speech. It is a line or part of line which is repeated at the end of each stanza. The same line will come at the end of each stanza. If such techniques are used, then there will be refrain. After then there is a onomatopoeia. It is a poetic device or a figure of speech, dear students, that is used to denote sound. Dear students, this figure of speech signifies the use of word that is formed from the sound. Understood? Suppose example I am telling you the buzzing fly. I chatter as I flow. So in both the sentences, dear students, buzzing denotes sound, chatter sound. Here chatter 2 times, dear students, came in this line in this. So there will be repetition also, because chatter word repeated 2 times. So what I want to tell you, ki the words which are used to denote sound, either chatter or cracking, buzzing, murmuring, chirping. When chirping will be there, then sound. Cracking, sound. Buzzing, sound. Chattering, sound. So such words are, dear students, used by the poets to create special impact and influence in the poem, or there will be onomatopoeia, dear students. So this is all about figures of speech. A quick revision in simile. What will be there in simile? Comparison between 2 different objects with the help of as and like. He is as intelligent as Einstein. He is like Einstein, metaphor poetic device. In that, dear students, comparison without the help of as and like, personification, living being work as a non-living, work as a living being, and apostrophe we used to call. And rest of all I have explained today. I hope, dear students, you have understood. If you have any confusion, you may ask. Thank you, dear students, and in next video I will start the poem, and I will give you some sentences also. In that you have to point out figures of speech. Thank you, dear students.